There it goes. Okay, so can you tell me about your experiences with Y Learning, how long you've been involved or affiliated with the program, and what roles you've played or currently play in the program?
So the clarification I would ask would be, is Y Learning including our before and after school care program, or is that just the program that goes off campus and does the tutoring component?
It is the program that goes off campus and does the tutoring component.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I think your school is actually the only school that it goes off campus for that we're looking at.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
So because of that, I don't have a ton of information about. I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah.
I've been involved since this past April. That's when I started here at baucom. So I don't know, like 6 months or so.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. So when and if you explain Y Learning to other people not familiar with the program, what do you tell them about the program?
I would say that it is a program that helps some of our students who might not otherwise have the opportunity to get some quality educational tutoring and like a little bit of mentoring as well.
So do you know how long Y Learning has been with your school?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
That's completely okay. I just wanted to follow up and ask that.
Yeah. I know it's been several years, and I know at one point it was on campus. It hasn't always been off campus, but I don't know how many years.
Okay. So what are the goals of the program as you understand them?
I think it would be to help grow the students and their families, to help them be more successful in a school setting, and to increase their confidence.
Awesome. So what are the biggest benefits or successes of the program? And can you give any examples of the impact of this program?
I would say that the greatest thing, I think, is that it's able to impact students who otherwise probably wouldn't be able to have these supports. And the transportation part, I think, is also important, that the transportation is provided to get there, so the parents don't need to bring them somewhere to get these services. It's directly connected to school. And that financially, some of our students, lower socioeconomic students, are able to get the support. I think that would be like the biggest component. And then with it being connected, a part of the Y, I think also the Y is a reputable organization. And so I think families are more comfortable taking advantage of the opportunity because it is the Y and it's not some random no-name group.
Yeah.
But some of the students might go home to an empty house otherwise. They might go home to video games, anything. And instead they get to have this positive experience with team building and education and all that.
That's great. So what are the challenges to success or improvement needs for this program?
I don't know a ton yet. I have had a little bit of conversation with the leader about making sure that we support our English language learner families, that we make sure that we have Spanish communication with parents. That may be in place already, but we've offered to have our English as a second language teacher support the group a little bit, just to be sure that the communication is clear for our Spanish-speaking families. And then also just keeping the lines of communication open with our teachers. I know Brandon told me that they're going to have more certified teachers being the ones to teach this year. But I think having our classroom teachers and those teachers communicate so that they know what's going on in the classroom, I think that would be really important. And I would also love for our teachers to be invited to teach, to be able to go and do that after school to make a little extra money and connect the two groups a little bit more.
Okay. What are your suggestions for improving the program to address these concerns?
Well, I would say mostly it would be conversation between the Y directly, a member of the Y, and our staff to help open the lines of communication and to invite the teachers to be a part of the organization. And then the other part would be, I don't know what the logistics are of the Spanish speaking or other languages. I don't know what's already in place, so it's hard to say what I would suggest.
Yeah. So if you had like a perfect program, what would that look like, especially with providing support for ELL families and students?
I think it would be great to have the data that we use, our assessment data, be open and shared with the tutors, so that, and I don't know whether time is taken for assessment there or not, but you can eliminate having to take time to assess the students by using what we have, as long as the parents, would allow that to be shared. Again, I think that communication with the teacher would help that. The tutor could even come, the tutors could be invited to participate in parent-teacher conferences. I don't know, anything like that. I just think communication, open communication, sharing assessments so that what they're working on in school and what they're working on there are aligned and are most impactful.
That's great. Where do you hope to see the program in the near future, say 5 years from now?
I'd love to see it continue, and I'd love to see them be able to support, as many students as possible, but still be effective.
What do you think it will take to reach this 5-year vision of the program being most effective?
I think we need to work together. I think the leader and us as school leaders, that we need to, be in close contact. And I think that the teachers or the tutors need to have some connection to our teachers as well. I think that right now our admin and the admin for the program are connected, but I think we need to take it a step further and have our teachers be in the loop.
So you mentioned earlier that they're planning on having certified teachers teach this next year. Is that different from what they've had in the past?
I'm not sure. I know he mentioned that to me in a phone conversation, and that kind of was interesting to me. So, but I'm not sure.
Okay, that's okay. So without naming any names of specific students, do you have an example of the impact of Y learning on the academic success of students?
I don't not yet. I'm too new here.
That's okay. Let me see. So, more general than that, can you tell me about the ways that Y learning is benefiting your school community?
Yeah, it connects students and families to educational needs and gives them supports that they wouldn't have otherwise.
Yeah. What else could be done to increase the benefits for your school?
I don't know at this time. I don't know enough about it.
That's okay. Yeah. Well, those were actually all the questions that I have. Do you have any other questions or anything else that you would like to share, or any other suggestions for improvement or anything about the
Not
Y Learning
yet.
program?
Not yet.
That is
That's all
all good.
at the moment.
Okay. Well, that is great, and I thank you so much for sharing what you do know about the program with me.
Thank you. You have a great day.
Thank you, you too.